The first North American missionaries came to Southeast Asia in the early 1800s. Adoniram Judson landed in Burma in 1813. More than a decade later, he had only baptized 18 people. Still, he worked hard to preach, translate the Bible, and build a Baptist missionary organization with his wife, Anne. Then in 1827, Judson became the first missionary to make contact with the Karen people. The Karen were a primitive tribal group scattered among the jungles of the southeast coast. They were a hunted and enslaved minority. After Judson established a relationship with the Karen, he paid the ransom for an illiterate slave named Ko Tabu. Ko was a pretty nasty guy, also known to be a thief and a murderer. Through Judson, Ko found forgiveness through Jesus Christ and went on to be an evangelist to his own people. The revival that followed is one of the great stories of modern missions in Southeast Asia. It turns out that Ko Tabu was able to link the gospel of Jesus Christ to an ancient Karen teaching known as the tradition of the elders. According to historian Samuel Moffat, there were remarkable parallels between traditional Karen beliefs and those in the Jewish scriptures. So much so that a number of scholars theorized that the Karen people were linked to Jewish communities before migrating to Southeast Asia. The core of what they called their tradition of the elders was a belief in an unchangeable, eternal, all-powerful God, creator of heaven and earth, of man and of woman, formed from a rib taken from man. They believed in humanity's temptation by a devil and its fall, and that someday a Messiah would come to its rescue. They lived in expectation of a prophecy that white foreigners would bring them a sacred parchment roll.
Nearly 1 year ago, on the 1st of February, a power grab sent Myanmar into a spiral. Armed forces seized control of the government, effectively hitting the brakes on the country's rocky road to democracy. CNA's Insight looks back on the year after the coup.
Of the mind, it's the opposite of politics, power or prestige. It's about a simple message. And whether we believe it's still the cross, it's still the blood of Calvary that cleanses sin and sets the captive free. It's still the name of Jesus that has power to save the lost. It's still the cross. It's still the cross. Now some may water down theology and preach a word to suit our needs. Some may justify sweet subtle lies that are wrapped in noble deeds. Some may alter their convictions to adapt to social wills, but they cannot change the gospel or the truth contained within. It's still the cross. It's still the blood of Calvary that cleanses sin and sets the captive free. It's still the name of Jesus that has power to save the lost. It's still the cross. Though some may say it's man's religion or ancient history, the cross of Jesus still remains the price for sin that sets us free. It's still the cross, still the blood of Calvary that cleanses sin and sets the captive free. It's still the name